everybody, and welcome to a very quickie version of Nintendo Weekly this week. Normally, Nintendo Weekly is a 1 to 2 hour, sometimes even longer than that, stream that I do on Fridays celebrating all things Nintendo. But today, we're going to pack it all in about 30 minutes. And that's because immediately after this on Amazon, I have a back to school special showing off some new Google Fitbit devices. So, you know, this is what happens when you juggle both tech and gaming. Sometimes it all happens at the same time. Irdal says 4 times the speed. I like your style, Irdal. Beef Pants says, just as I'm going to sleep. I'm sorry if it's late where you are. Folks, just so you know, I am streaming to both Twitch and Amazon right now. So if you're watching on Twitch and you don't want to see any ads, you can go watch on Amazon. If you're watching on Amazon and you're a Prime member, you get a free Twitch sub over on Twitch, which gives you access to things like a free dragon badge next to your name, a range of custom emotes, all sorts of stuff. So I love doing these two together because I feel like they cross-pollinate really well. Catnip and Fire Scorpion, I see you in Amazon chat. Welcome. And Rob in Twitch chat says Nintendo. So Nintendo Weekly time, my friends. So Nintendo Weekly, for those of you who are watching on Amazon right now, I did find some really good deals on, you know, my favorites, Power A controllers, both the wired and the wireless. So I have those both. So the wired Power A controllers and the wireless both come in lots of different styles. You can see here the styles that I currently have are a really beautiful Breath of the Wild style controller. Very, very gorgeous. And the wireless one I have is a Miss Chalice for all my Cuphead fans out there. But both the wired and the wireless are on deal today, which is great. I love that these go on deal fairly often. And I know some of you have said, specifically with the Power A wireless controllers, that you like that the home button can wake up your Nintendo, which most third-party controllers cannot do that. But of course, these are officially licensed. I feel like you can tell from the artwork that they're officially licensed. Happy Friday! Tankshade X says, Power A works good. I use Power A myself. Catnip says, don't forget for everybody on Amazon that it makes you twice as likely for you to win giveaways on Twitch if you're subbed. That is true. And yes, these are some cool designs. So the deals, by the way, for those of you who are looking, it's 36% off the Power A wired controllers, which is a really good deal. These are only $17.92 right now. Like I said, there's lots of different designs that you can check out. Thank you for the anonymous gifted sub. Appreciate that. Tankshade X, you have an Animal Crossing Power A wireless. Nice. But yeah, this is only $17.92 right now. And, you know, it might differ per design. But that is a wild deal on a wired Nintendo controller that works really well and has a beautiful design. So less than 18 bucks. Pretty cool. And then if you're looking at the wireless version... The wireless version is currently 28% off, and that is, let me just look at what that price is right now. That price is $42.99. So wireless, $42.99. Wired, less than $18. These are really good deals. Curry, thank you so much for the sub. Good to see you here today. Tankshade X says you've shown your Animal Crossing Power A wireless controller before on Discord. Nice. And Dragon Bloggers, thank you for following over there on Amazon. All right. So I'm going to set these both down. But yes, these are very, very awesome controllers and I highly recommend if you're looking for a new controller. All right. Other deals that I found from Nintendo. I'm like kicking it off with deals this week. I know I usually kick it off with like show and tell. But since this is a quickie, we're getting the deals out of the way first. Then we'll do some fun show and tell. But the deals are also kind of show and tell because I have the stuff here, right? So in a really tiny show and tell, the deals right now, SanDisk has deals. Look, my nail's even covering it up. On the 128 gigabyte SanDisk micro SD card. I know before we said that controller's less than 18. This is $18.88. Lots of $18 stuff right now. But an extra 128 gigabytes of storage for your Switch. If you are looking for that in here, you just pop, I'm going to pop it right back in here because this is the one that I use for my Switch. There it is. It goes right in there. Press it down. Boom. And you're good to go. extra storage in your Switch. Also, if 128 gigabytes is not enough, but you're loving the 40% off, also, Lexar's 1 terabyte Play micro SD card is 43% off. So instead of $130 for a 1 terabyte, you can get it for $73.99. Heyo! So yeah, that's for the 128 gigabytes, less than $20, and for the 1 terabyte, less than $75. Really good deals. Again, folks, if you are watching on Twitch and you're like, Trisha, how do I find this stuff? Why aren't you putting links in chat? It's because I'm also streaming on Amazon, and everything is linked very easily and conveniently right below the stream on Amazon. So if you're watching on Twitch and you want to know how to get to the Amazon stream, command Amazon in chat gets you that link. You can watch in both places at the same time. I'm simul streaming to both. And when you do that, you also, added bonus, you don't see any ad breaks. Huzzah. Storytime with Gabe says, how is Lexar when it comes to micro SD cards? I have been using them for years. I like them a lot. Lexar is mostly known in the photography and videography space. There's a lot of like very, very high-end cards with that in mind. That's where Lexar made their name. But I love that they started making, specifically for gamers and for PC, they started making memory and storage options specifically for the PC and the gaming world, in addition to the professional, higher-end photography, videography world. So that's just a little background on Lexar if you don't know them. But yeah, I've been using these for a very long time. And in fact, the Lexar Play micro SD, the 1 terabyte, I have 2 of these in my usual rotation that I use right now. And Tank Shade X says, Lexar works great. I have one in my phone right now. Nice. Yeah, the Play micro SD is also a really good card for phones, by the way. Sweet Bry on Amazon chat. How are you today, my friend? All right, now to show and tell. Again, I'm using the same mug that I was using last week, and also my coffee is cold because I started at 6 a.m. this morning, y'all, and it's been almost 4 hours. But this is a heat-changing Game Boy mug. It's only $14.99, and I feel like it's a great steal. Last time people were asking if it's microwavable, and I microwave it. You probably aren't supposed to, but I do, and mine has been going over a year now. Storytime with Gabe says, good to know. Thank you for the information. You're welcome. But I'm still nursing my coffee. Here, look, I don't have much left. I'm still nursing my coffee from 6 a.m. this morning, so I figured I would put the mug in the Amazon carousel for those who were like, I want to know that. Faking the Book says, what's the max size SD card that a Switch can use? That's a really good question. 1 terabyte is, I believe, the max. It's the most I've ever used, so it's the most I can vouch for personally. But I think 1 terabyte is the largest. However, if any of you have put a 2 terabyte or more card or anything more than 1 terabyte, please do let me know. Tang Shade X said, but yes, it's a Lexar micro SD, and yes, it works great. That and SanDisk, you can't go wrong, or Kingston. It's funny that you say that, Tank, because Lexar, SanDisk, and micro SD are the 3, or excuse me, and Kingston are the 3 types of storage and micro SD cards I have in my house. Rachel says, I'm also nursing my coffee. Rachel, cheers. Clink. Clink, clink. Unforgiven says, I believe the Switch can handle 2 terabytes. Really? Is that official, or it can just do it? Let's see. Let's see. Nintendo Switch micro SD card max capacity. Let's see what it says. Up to 2 terabytes. It says, however, as of May 2024, the largest commercially available is 1 terabyte. But yeah, so that's 1 terabyte is what I always thought of, but I guess it will work up to 2 terabytes. Thank you for sharing that, Unforgiven. You are correct, my friend. But yeah, I've only ever done 1 terabyte, but hey, get it. Rachel said, haha, clink, clink. Clink, clink, indeed, my friend. All right, let's go ahead and see. Okay, we clinked our coffee mugs. I obviously got up so early this morning and could use even more coffee. Do want to let you know that the Nintendo Switch OLED, the Mario Red Edition, this one that I have right here, sometimes you can find different colors on deal. And right now, the Mario Red edition of this is very discounted. So normally, the Nintendo Switch OLED is $399. Sometimes you'll get it for $349.99. The Mario Red edition is $339.99. Woo! You love to see it. So if you're buying yourself a Nintendo Switch OLED, get it at that deal price, please, 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 please. And then, all right, more deals. Game deals for people that are looking for new games for the Nintendo Switch. Zevin Official says, I've been wanting to get a Switch, but nervous that once I get it, something new will be announced. They have said they will not reveal more information about the next Switch until March of 2025. And that's just when they will reveal more information about it, not that it's coming out then. So my guess is that we are at least a year away from a new Switch still at this point. So if you're like, I want to wait a whole year and I don't mind waiting, then go for it. Sam the Flightless gave us a stretch reminder. Let's get that stretch in. Thank you. Rita Ann, how are you? Good to see you again. Thank you for being here. All right, game deals for the Nintendo Switch. If you already have your Switch, but you want new games to play, Super Monkey Ball Banana Rumble is 30% off right now, bringing that price point down to $34.95. And this is a fairly recent new release. It just launched in June of this year. So, plus, I'm a Super Monkey Ball fan from way back. Those are fun games. Fun games. How long was it from the original Switch to the OLED? That's a great question. I don't remember off the top of my head. Does anyone remember how long it was between, let's see, you know what, we'll find it out. Switch release versus Switch OLED. No, the release dates, not what's different between them. I know that. So the Switch OLED was released in 2021, it says, and the Switch was released in 2017. So 4 years difference between the Switch and the Switch OLED. Yeah. The OLED came out the same day as Metroid Dread. Gosh, Metroid Dread is such a good game. And yes, I see Rachel saying, yes, Super Monkey Ball. Super Monkey Ball is great. But yeah, Super Monkey Ball Banana Rumble, which just came out this June, that is a great deal right now. Also, Shin Megami Tensei 5 Vengeance is 33% off right now for all my physical collectors. That is the Steelbook Launch Edition that is discounted. So feel free to check that out. And again, if you're watching on Twitch and you're like, Trisha, how come you aren't linking these things in chat? It's because I'm also live on Amazon. You can watch the stream in both places. And if you're watching the Amazon live stream, you will see all the products linked just below or just next to the stream. It's really easy. Amazon customer says, hello, can you see this? Are you calling me John or is your name John? I'm a little confused. Catnip says, quick question about that wired Nintendo controller, if you don't mind. Will it work with your PC too? Great question. Let's go back to that wired controller. For the wired controller, it is a USB-A connectivity, so I don't see why not. It is specifically made for your Switch, and I mean it has, let's see if it lists it. It's all taped up right now, otherwise I just pop it out and put it in my PC right now to see. But I don't see why not. It absolutely should because it's a USB-A. Let's see, PDP rematch wired. Wired and audio. Wired rematch controller work with PC. They can work on a Windows PC. The wired controllers can. Confirmed. So if you want that beautiful look and design, and there's lots of different designs, but if you want that to work with your PC, you absolutely can. The only thing I would caution maybe is that the button layout might be a little different on a controller specifically made for Switch versus controllers from PlayStation or Xbox. So you just have to keep that in mind. But it will work. Okay. Amazon says, we're watching Trisha. That's true. That's true. I mean, my name has not been John in the past, so... All right, we're going over great deals on games right now as well, but like Nintendo stuff in general. But anyway, for games, I did find Five Nights at Freddy's, the Core Collection, for Nintendo Switch is down to $19.99. It was originally $40. But the first game recently celebrated its 10th anniversary, just recently on August 8th. And the core collection includes the first 5 games in the series. So if you want to play the first 5 games in the series on Nintendo Switch, $19.99 right now for the core collection, which is great. 16-Bit Banter says, I've been playing Luigi 2 HD, so good. And Junior Dax says, regarding those controllers, they are great on PC, specifically RetroArch and other emulators. Ooh, I didn't even think about that. Catnip says, that's awesome about the controller. My last controller stopped working, kinda. All right, well, yeah, get the new one on deal. That wired one is under $20 right now. That is a good deal. Get it. Okay, the last video game deal that I wanted to shout out this week on Nintendo Weekly is Metal Gear Solid. I feel like we don't often think about more adult-oriented or more adult-targeted games on the Nintendo Switch, but they are there. And I see Hawaiian Guy in Amazon chat says, Metal Gear Solid for $20? Yes. I'm finding the good deals for you, y'all. Metal Gear Solid Master Collection Volume 1 is only $19.99 right now, and it includes the original Metal Gear, Metal Gear 2, Metal Gear Solid 2, Metal Gear Solid 3, and Snake's Revenge. You get all of that for Nintendo Switch for $19.99. Metal Gear Solid has been bundled a bunch now, says Lack of Words. But yeah, if you want to play it on Switch, get that bundle for $19.99 because it is good. It is good. All right, on to the Nintendo news. I guess last deal I'll shout out, by the way, if you're looking at a Nintendo Switch Lite, which is a little tinier than a regular Nintendo Switch. It's all one color and the Joy-Cons don't come off, but it saves you some money. If you're looking at a Nintendo Switch Lite, the all gray version, the gray Joy-Con version, is only $286.99 right now instead of $299.99. So if you're looking at a Nintendo Switch Lite, or excuse me, that is not what I meant to say. The Nintendo Switch Lite that's all gray, I'm getting all confused now. Sorry. The Nintendo Switch Lite that's all gray is only $164. I was like, that's not right. But I was getting confused because the regular Nintendo Switch with the gray Joy-Cons, that is the one that is at the higher price point. So the Nintendo Switch with gray Joy-Cons is $286.99, but the Lite is $169, which is great. But if you're like Trisha, I prefer the Nintendo Switch with the red and the blue, like I have it here. It's only like $2 more. So gray Joy-Cons, save $2 off the regular Switch. But Nintendo Switch news. Gamescom is about to happen. I actually am going to get to see there's a little bit of a Gamescom preview going on in LA next week, and I'm really excited because I'm going to get a chance to go to that and play some of the games, even though I will not be overseas at Gamescom. But you know who else will not be at Gamescom this year? Nintendo. Nintendo has announced they will not be there. They confirmed it back in April of this year. Now, some games that are showcased at Gamescom will be on the Nintendo Switch, like Civ 7. Civ 7 is confirmed for Nintendo Switch in 2025, which blew my mind a little bit. Gamescom opening night ceremony is going to be this upcoming Tuesday, and I will be streaming it to my Twitch channel for anyone that wants to do a watch along with me. I will be here, and this will be a nice chat to hang out and do it at. But yeah, Gamescom takes place in Germany. I have never been in person, so I'm excited that I get to go to a Gamescom event here in LA. It's the closest I get to being there for real. It's going to be great. AI turns will take 7 hours on the Switch, says Dante. I don't know about that. I've not played a Civ on the Switch, so we'll see. Tank says I was just in Germany yesterday. Nice. And Tech2674 says still needs to get a Switch. Well, if you don't mind the color options, you can save money right now at the stuff I have linked on the Amazon stream. Rachel said, I want to go to Gamescom so badly. You and me both. So yeah, no Nintendo at Gamescom, but that's okay. Some of the games will be playable. Also, in Nintendo news this week, IGN shared the top 10 best-selling video games of all time. Does anyone have any guesses what they might be? Let me know. Let me know what you think the top 10 best-selling video games of all time are. Pluby got one of them right. You said Minecraft, which is actually number 2 on the list, by the way. And Minecraft is also 22% off for the Nintendo Switch right now. If you need to pick it up, it's $34.95. But yeah, Minecraft was number 2. Ocarina of Time did not make the list, nor did Tears of the Kingdom. Pokemon's not on there. Tank Shade X guessed Wii Sports. Wii Sports is number 4 on the list. Congratulations. And while you cannot play Wii Sports on the Switch, Nintendo Switch Sports is a thing that exists. And you can play that on the Switch, and that's 6% off right now. And I see Rachel says, oh wait, Mario Kart? And Chicago says, Mario? Yes. All right. Mario Kart. Mario Kart was number 6 on the list. And you can currently get Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, of course. But Mario Kart 8 Deluxe specifically was number 6 on the list. So, yeah, the Nintendo stuff that made the list, at number 6 was Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. At number 4 was Wii Sports. At number 2 was Minecraft. And number 1, I'm going to go ahead, and Captain Flotus is like having issues today. So I'm sorry that you can, I timed you out on Twitch chat so that you can like take care of whatever is bugging you right now. And come back when you've collected yourself. The number 1 top selling video game of all time is Tetris. Tetris! Over 520 units sold, it says. That can't be right. No, it's much more than that. But Tetris was number 1, originally released in 1984. And Tetris 99, by the way, if you haven't played it, is a free download on the Nintendo eShop. 520 million. Thank you, Rurutu. Over 520 million units sold. This is what happens when I do things too quickly. But Tetris 99 is a free download right now if you want to play that on Nintendo Switch. Tank Shade X says, I mean, it sold with the Game Boy. Even my dad bought it. It has been around a while. Zevin Official, I did not see the Tetris movie. Was it any good? Chicago says, I almost guessed Tetris. Almost guessed Tetris. But yeah, Tetris is the number 1. Pretty cool. And if you're like thinking that you just want to check out other games like Tetris, or Tetris Effect is really good, that's available in the Nintendo eShop. Oh, great movie. Tank Shade X says Tetris was a great movie. And yes, Tetris was a huge deal in the 80s. It's true. All right, the Tetris movie apparently is so good, especially for us geeks. So there you go, everybody. Now you've got something to watch this weekend. Thank you, Zevin Official, for sharing about the Tetris movie. I wonder where it is streaming. Chicago's really excited that Tetris beat out Call of Duty. It did. It did. You think it was an Apple movie. Maybe that's why I missed it. I don't have Apple TV. The Tetris movie was about how the game ended up on Nintendo. Ooh, so it's like a documentary style. I would like to see that. I don't have Apple TV, though. I'll have to figure it out. Anyway, pre-orders that are available for Nintendo Switch. So these are games that are hyped, that are coming soon, include Final Fantasy 1 through 6 Collection Anniversary Edition. That is going to be available on Nintendo Switch October 8th of this year. The 2D remaster editions are based on the original titles, but have improved gameplay and modernized UI, auto battle options, and some other quality of life improvements. And it includes a pixel character sticker sheet, by the way, if you get that anniversary edition. And that is available for pre-order right now. And it's available for pre-order on Amazon. Some of the pre-orders Nintendo likes to keep to the eShop, but that's actually right there. STS says you had me at Final Fantasy. Will Zal, thank you so much for the resub over on Twitch. Thank you. Fun Loving Criminal says Twitch is offering Apple TV 3-month trial, I believe. There it is. Just so we can all watch the Tetris movie. I have now figured it out. Catnip says, are they counting the Tetris games that were bundled with the original Game Boy? That I don't know. I don't know how they counted it. Tank says they are. They are. Or that could be to the Apple TV. I don't know. But yeah, if you want to pre-order the Final Fantasy Anniversary Collection, get that now. And again, it's Final Fantasy 1 through 6. Other pre-orders that are kind of hot to trot right now, if you will, include Dragon Quest III HD 2D Remake. I got a chance to play this at Summer Game Fest, and it is gorgeous. That is launching November 14th of this year. And again, this is not only HD 2D pixel art visuals that are really, really pretty, but also auto-battling, speed of battle adjustments, quality of life improvements, just a new take on the classic turn-based system, if you will. And that, Dragon Quest III was originally released for the NES in 1988. Wild. Eardle says, faster, Trisha, faster. I am trying. Apple Pay for the production of the Tetris movie. Oh, did they? Okay, well then I don't mind supporting Apple TV if they funded the production of the Tetris movie. Thank you for sharing that. Ruru too. But yeah, that Dragon Quest III HD 2D remake. The Dragon Quest III, if you're wondering why they started with Dragon Quest III, that is narratively the first part of the story. So I have a feeling they're going to give the HD 2D remake treatment to Dragon Quest 1 and 2 as well, but they're starting with the first part of the story, which is cool. Yes, we are in the ham and cheese portion of my day, Vegeta 25ers. And for anyone who does not know what that inside joke is referring to, I hosted Amazon Live Best Deals of the Week this morning. Bread. Nintendo Weekly is the ham and cheese in between on Twitch and Amazon. And then I'm hosting a back to school special on Amazon Live, Other Bread. That is my day. That is the ham and cheese sandwich. That is my day, friends. There's no real big Nintendo anniversaries this week. A lot of times I like to shout out the Nintendo anniversaries. And sadly, because today is a quickie Nintendo Weekly episode, I do not have time to fire up Tears of the Kingdom and play. But we played yesterday, so we got in our Tears of the Kingdom time yesterday. If anyone missed it, we played it yesterday on Twitch. You can always check out the VOD. Amazon customer, thank you so much for the follow. And Chicago says, Dragon Quest 1 and 2 HD 2D have already been announced. Huzzah. All right, so just a couple other things. I'm really excited that the Nintendo Switch Online memberships have come back on Amazon. If you want to get that as a gift for somebody, it's $19.99 for the year. You can pick that up. It's a cute little gift card. Whoop, stocking stuffers, whatever, if you're doing your holiday shopping super early. It's very, very easy. And then also, I know I kind of shouted this out earlier, but the Nintendo Switch Lite is usually the most affordable way to get a Nintendo Switch console system. And it originally retailed for $199. Right now, you can get the Lite in the blue, so it's all blue, for $172 instead of $199. Or if you like the gray, you can get the Nintendo Switch Lite all gray for $164. So big savings, big savings. I feel like other parents always ask me, like, if I want to get my kid a Switch, which one do I get them? And I always say, look, if your kid is the only one playing it in the house and you don't think that you're ever going to want to play games together or you're going to want the motion game capabilities, then go for the Lite and save yourself a lot of money. But if there's multiple gamers in the house and or you want the motion capabilities and the ability to like dock to a TV, then you need to go with the Switch or the Switch OLED. Because the Lite is handheld only. So it's really meant for like a one-person experience. Can one user go between two Switches? Paolo, yes, one user can go between two Switches, but you have to declare one of them your primary, and then it's really easy to use your primary, but it's a little, you got to jump through some hoops to use a second one. So like if you notice when I stream on the Switch here from my office, it always says checking if this software can be played before I load up the game. That's because it's not my primary Switch. The only time that's ever a pain in the butt is if you're in a place that doesn't have Wi-Fi, like on an airplane. Always bring your primary Switch on an airplane. Otherwise, you are out of luck on that airplane if you don't have Wi-Fi. Good to know. Odyssey Dave says, is Cult of the Lamb on Switch any benefit to the PC version versus the console? They're both great. Highly recommend on all of them. But yeah, primary and secondary Switches. I know this now because we got a Nintendo Switch for Logan. And I had my office Switch as my primary Switch, which is the Switch I stream from. And then I gave Logan one. But all of my digital purchases, he can't play on his Nintendo Switch Kids account unless his is the primary Switch. So like we went on vacation, and if it can't check who owns the digital download, then it's like, nope, you can't play that, even though my profile was also on the Switch. That's why it does the checking if this software can be played. So it's definitely a hurdle when you're in an area with no connectivity, like on an airplane. So just on an airplane, make that your primary Switch. That being said, it is pretty easy to switch which Switch is your primary Switch. Keep that in mind. All right, that wraps us up for this week's Nintendo Weekly. I can talk today. I'm going to take another sip of my coffee in my Game Boy mug over here. Ooh, there we go. There we go. Of course, you can always get on my Amazon live streams if you need new Joy-Cons, if you need Tears of the Kingdom, it is on a deal. But I try to find all that for you, and that's Nintendo Weekly. Normally on Nintendo Weekly, I will follow up all of the news and deals and show and tell and all the fun finds and all that with some gameplay. But alas, I need to switch this studio over to do a back to school special on Amazon Live. So if you're watching on Amazon Live, you can keep this channel open, or you can click follow so that you get the notifications. But I will be live in a little less than 1 hour on that back to school special. And if you're watching on Twitch right now, you can watch back to school special over on Amazon, or I will see you next time I'm live on Twitch, which is scheduled to be next Tuesday for Gamescom Opening Night Live. Thank you for watching, everybody. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you soon. Bye, friends.